Okay, so I think this one I'm going to entitle Mohammed bin Salman is at it again, or something like that. I'll probably forget what I was gonna entitle it at the end, but unfortunately, everyone's favorite psychopathic monarch is back in the United States, or was. I don't know if he's still here, but he was making the rounds, buying money to commit genocide in Yemen, and he actually it was a leak where he said he had Jared Kushner in his back pocket, which is very interesting. But it's not surprising because Jared Kushner, from what I've heard in the media, in some corners of the media, is in massive debt with his building 666. And man, you can't make this stuff up. You have leaders here in the United States who are a part of the dark occult, which consists of things like Thelema, Freemasons, Shriners, that sort of thing. And when it's not them, there's a particular tribe who is in control of the largest lobby in the United States, APAC. So when when foxes are guarding the hen house, all bets are off. Just put it mildly. Anyway, MBS, I'm pretty sure he is actually going to get everything he wants. Now, the thing that it should be alarming to us, sane people, decent people, is the fact that this guy is probably going to get his hands on uranium and technical know-how from our government to make nuclear facilities. And if he does that, the region, Southwest Asia, will be much more dangerous, much more volatile, and you'll have people who practice the most intolerant, racist, and backward version of Islam known as Salafism or Wahhabism with nuclear weapons, which is very unfortunate. But knowing the way our government operates, or the people who are in charge, they'll probably give him the nuclear know-how, which would be a tremendous mistake. The Saudi Arabians export terrorism. They export the ideology, and I don't say this. This isn't unfounded claims. They actually have. If you watch, I'm trying to think of a good source. So, I mean, there was a document, and I can't recall whether WikiLeaks put it out, but it says something to the effect of Saudi Arabia and Qatar at the time were funding the jihadists in Syria, and the jihadists were going to create a Salafist principality. Now, if that was known, what should have happened if we had a just and sane policy and a just and sane government is that the funding and the support for the moderate rebels would have been put to an end. I say moderate, I'm saying that sarcastically. There's nothing moderate about anyone in Syria who opposes Bashar al-Assad. They're actually the exact opposite of moderate. They're very dangerous, and they are terrorists. But yes, it's really unfortunate. Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia is probably going to, if somebody doesn't put a stop to him or check his authority, we'll end up with World War III. And it's looking very bad. Trying to think of some of the highlights. The actual comical part was that Trump was actually bragging about the deals and showing cartoons, because that's one thing about our population here in the States. It's very easy to mislead the American public. All you need is some some cartoons, some good PR. I mean, because we've seen this before. We've seen this in the run up to Iraq. We had third-rate CGI pictures and theories about yellow cake, and so the American people are really gullible. They believe everything, and it's kind of improved. That's the one thing that came out positive with the prior presidential election campaign of 2016. A lot more Americans are less trusting of the media, but a lot of those Americans are right wing, and the right wing is very easy to manipulate. All you have to do, and we talked about this in the past, because there's this evangelical Christian and Christian Zionist component that they think it's their job to try to usher in the second coming of Jesus, and they think that they can do this by turning the Middle East into um, a recreated imaginary um, kingdom of Israel, and the whole rest of the region needs to be an impoverished parking lot that the Israelis can do whatever they want to, and none of the other people in the region have any right to defend themselves or to resist or go against Israel, because they think that this will usher in the second coming. So Israel can basically do no wrong to get a blank check. And Saudi Arabia figured this out a while ago, which is why they, the basically the Muslims who do try offer resistance, Saudi Arabia is actually opposed to that, because they figured out it's better to go along with Israel in order to have the blessing of the United States. And who knows where this is going to take us, but Mohammed bin Salman also did an interview with and got asked all softball questions. The atrocities that have been committed in Yemen were not even brought up. So it looks like Saudi Arabia is going to have the same treatment as Israel. They'll be able to do, no matter how grievous the war crime, they'll get a pass because they're spending money and they're lobbying in America. If you look at it, they're taking plays right out of AIPAC's book. So this is going to cause serious problems for Southwest Asia and Africa in the not too distant future. And again, it's unfortunate. But the funny thing about bin Salman is he actually had the nerve. I looked at one interview where he says, the Ayatollah Khamenei, may God protect him and preserve him. He actually says he's like Hitler. Really? Iran actually allows Christians and Jews to participate in their parliament. They have MPs of the government that are Jewish and Christian. They also allow Jewish and Christians to build houses of worship. Saudi Arabia has no such allowance for non-Muslims. Saudi Arabia doesn't even tolerate Muslims of different sects within their own territory. So bin Salman, he's a crafty liar, just like Ben Netanyahu and the current Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Netanyahu. They're really crafty liars, and they're good at manipulating the media. Where do I want to conclude with this one? The one good thing I heard, and this is hearsay, but apparently the Al Saud crime family in Lawrence, Arabia, know that they can't win the war in Yemen, and now they're starting to negotiate with the Houthis under the table, or the Ansar Allah is the more appropriate name, or the Popular Committee. But we'll see what comes of this whole situation. It's looking very bad, and it's looking very volatile, but I think I'm going to conclude here, and the next topic will be Syria, some interesting happenings behind the scenes in Syria.